Hi guys, so I am doing a pantry restock today, and first thing on the menu is cooked mayonnaise. Now I chose the cooked version because I always seem to do the normal mayo version, and for some reason I always seem to mess it up. So not that one, but that's another one on my list. So these are all the ingredients: 2 eggs, sea salt or salt, white vinegar, and it says grapeseed oil. I don't have grapeseed oil, so the next closest thing they said was canola oil. So it's only meant to take 5 minutes, and it makes 385 grams. We're also going to put it in one of my jars. I tend to, if you haven't seen my life hack videos over on my stories, I always repurpose my jars. Saves me having to buy more, and everything's just easier for me. All right, so we're going to start. So it says place a jug onto the mixing bowl lid. Okay, so we're going to weigh into the jug. It says 300 grams. I honestly don't know whether I like doing this because it seems so unlevel in my mind. Oh, there we go. That actually didn't work out too bad, but I'm still not sure if I like that part. All right, so we're going to tick that off. Press next. We're going to set the jug aside. Okay, I'm going to turn this more so I can see it. The next thing is, in a small bowl, we're going to crack 2 eggs. So I always make sure I have an extra bowl so I can just put my eggshells in. Another good thing to do with your eggshells is to blend them up or just smashing them up. And putting them out in your garden because they're a very good fertilizer. All right, so we're going to put them aside. So then we're going to place in our bowl a teaspoon of sea salt. Now, a lot of the consultants have said they would say a half a teaspoon. I use it as a teaspoon, and my flavors haven't ever been an issue. So in my head, it's a teaspoon. Okay, I need to refill that bamboo box soon. And 30 grams of white vinegar, which always stock up on white vinegar because you can use it for cleaning and you can use it for cooking, and it's cheap at the moment. Nope, gone a little bit over. Hope that doesn't make a difference, but we'll see. All right, next. So now we're gonna cook the salt and vinegar, I guess. For 3 minutes. While that's waiting, we've still got 1 minute and 43. I want to show you something. So these I actually bought for cookies, but we use a lot of garlic and onion in a lot of our cooking. So every night when we have the skins, I literally put them in one of these bowls on top of my range hood to dry out, because I found if you just straight away put them into here, they've still got moisture on them, so they'll go moldy, and then you might as well just throw them out. So I actually wait. Sometimes I forget about them, so it can be like a couple of days for them to dry out, and then I put them in these jars. So I've got one for garlic skins and one for onion skins, and that's actually how I make my onion powder. I haven't made garlic powder yet, but I'm trying to get enough to try it out because, yeah, you know exactly what's going in it. It's literally just this. So all I do is I dry them out in the oven until they crunch, and then mill them up, and that's literally it. So this is what I like to call scrappy cooking because it's using up as much of our ingredients as possible. All right, so our next step, we're going to mix it, and while we do that, we're going to drop the eggs, which for some reason I kind of think they should just be squashed. So I'm going to squash them and beat them because I think it'll just make it easier to go through. All right, so we've cooked it for a minute. It says mix for 30 seconds on speed 3. Obviously with the 7, oh, you can't really see, it's already preset. So it does say, meanwhile, follow the next steps. So the next step would be add reserved eggs through the hole in the mixing bowl lid. Now with your 7s, you don't specifically have a hole. You have, what I'll show you, you have these little ridges around here that will let the ingredients go through. All right, so we're going to go back up. All right, so we're going to press play. And then we're going to drop these. Oh, there goes our eggs. Try and get as much of that in there as possible. Which I think beating them up a little bit makes it easier because trying to get a yolk through this part is, yeah. I use it to separate my eggs, so. All right. So then it says, wait for the Thermomix to finish. So then we're going to follow the next step. So it's going to mix for 1:30 on speed 6. And very slowly we're going to pour our oil, which is the part I always seem to mess up, but we'll give it a go. We're going to pour it into the lid and then letting it trickle down. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to go play for that one. Go next. The only thing I don't like is the splattering through the middle. And I always panic that the time's going to run out before I use all my oil. See what I mean? So we've still got this much oil. I reckon it should be ready now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do it some more. Because I don't feel like it's enough time myself. Because you've still got so much. So I like to do it around the edges so it's still got time to come down. So I'm not pouring it directly in there or right near the holes. I'm just slowly going up around the edge. So considering there's mayo now coming out the top, I don't think it needs as much oil as it's saying. That looks better. So that is the lid. Little spoon from the mix shop. All right, so we're going to go next. And it says place in a bowl and use immediately or store in a sealable container. So, you'll see if we can pour it in. Obviously not as sweet as the store-bought stuff, but it's a lot better for you. I think we're going to need another jar. All right. Oh, cap. I'm going to put my cap here. because this one's good to get all your bits out from down the rim, because I know our spatulas don't always get that much out. Right, so I'm just going to leave that there. So that's one jar. This one won't be a full jar, but we're going to do our best to get majority of it off. But in case you haven't been shown before or you don't know, a good way to get ingredients off your blades, nope, that's the cooking center, is to go down here to your blade, which is your function screen, go over here to turbo, and you can actually increase it up to 2 seconds. And on your 6s, you used to be able to have to turn the dial. This you don't, so you can set it up to 3 times, or you can actually set it further, I think, but we're just going to do 3. All right. So see, that's gotten it all off from around the blades. So now obviously I've just got to not put it back on the blades. All right. So that is probably about 2 1/4 jars of mayo. If you have any ideas of what you want to see cooked next, please don't hesitate to comment or send me a message, and I'd love to help. I am running a recipe inspiration class every fortnight on a Tuesday starting from tomorrow. Well, not starting from, tomorrow is my second one. But tomorrow is the start of a new series we're doing about stretching our staples. So using items that we already have and to show you how many different uses that you can get out of that. So tomorrow we're looking at sugar, and I've got 4 or 5 different things that we're going to make. 2 of them I will make prior because they will take longer, but I will be able to talk you through it. So if you want to check out, especially with the rising costs of living, come along to my Tuesday fortnightly classes and see how much more you can get out of your ingredients that you already have at home. Apart from that, have a wonderful day, everyone.